is Nancy Adineku. Welcome to another episode of Budget Podcast. This is a special edition for the Youth Leadership Program. It's a collaboration being done by Leap Africa and Budget. The YLP is a 4-month leadership program for undergraduates designed to build the capacity of the next generation of young undergraduates. And, for the next few months or few weeks, so to say, the YLP will empower, equip, and support young change leaders to become self-leaders. And the general goal is so we can build effective social interventions and eventually sustainable organizations. We have Douglas joining us from Makurdi, representing the North Central. Fatima is also here from Niger State. Solomon is from Northwest Katsina. Precious is from Southwest Ijebu-Ibo. Marvelous Nusa is from South. Chineye is from Anambra State. So nice to have you guys join us. Why don't you tell us what the YLP represents to you? What would you say caught your attention with the program? Let's have Precious go first.
Okay. The aspect of being trained to becoming a leader that is capable of turning things around positive in Nigeria caught my attention before the journey and during the journey. So now having the full thought of how I can make an impact in correcting the notion of, Nigeria is not okay as a result of not being able to get the sustainable development goals. So right now, ask any Nigerian, the person will tell you, I want to leave Nigeria. So now, YLP coming in, it actually represents a phase of becoming the best of impact to my community by doing justice to the SDGs in the nation. Nigeria has so much to go. Now, the SDG phase is 2030. What is the assurance that Nigeria will actually achieve at least 50% of the SDGs if YLP is not coming in? So this cohort represents that channel to bring in a new Nigeria, a transforming Nigeria. And now the ability to make an impact as a transformative leader just is all enough.
I think we are in sync here when you say build a new Nigeria, because if you look around you, almost everyone I know have Black Pasha,
exactly.
London, US, yes. So prior to you being accepted into the program, what would you say were your expectations, before you joined? What were you thinking?
So now what I did was to make my research first. So from my research, I was now having the expectation of getting trained to becoming, the transformative leader who impacts our community positively. Okay. That is my first expectation, to get that training. Now, and by that, having the full knowledge of the SDGs and how to implement them in Nigeria. So that is my major expectation.
All right, thank you. So let's have Douglas. Fill in your pulse, right? Just give us your own brief overview of what the YLP represents.
Thank you very much. To me, the Youth Leadership Program is a development or growth process. As a youth, the leadership program has reshaped my thinking. That's also given me the ability to analyze my strengths and weakness.
So what about prior to you being accepted into the program? What would you say your expectations were?
Yeah, as the name implies, when I saw Youth Leadership Program, only the name caught my attention, because as an aspiring leader, when seeing that name, you know that this thing has something to offer to you. It has something positive to offer in every aspect of my self-development.
I agree with you on that. Youth Leadership Program, it actually does more. It helps, it builds leaders, to reshape the country, the world in general. Well, thank you so much. Now, let's move on to goals. So far, would you say the program has actually aligned with your goals and vision? And if yes, tell us the goals that YLP has helped you achieve so far. Chineye.
Okay, I could say yes, because I've been opportune to attend a series of leadership trainings, workshop and conference. But I believe that the YLP program stood out very well for me, because the trainings are in alignment with each other. Like, I like the fact that it started with the basics for us to understand what self-leadership is all about.
Yes.
Going through the self-leadership course, honestly, I really learned a lot. It was an eye-opener to me, because no program has like how should I say, no program that I've attended explained it better than
yes,
the way it was done on the video. Like the trainer put all her energy to explain what self-leadership is all about, because leadership starts from us. We can't give what we don't have. So
Definitely.
I believe that the program has really done a whole lot. It is an eye-opener, it's overwhelming, it's insightful, and so far the resources has been able to help me align my goals, my visions together. Because at some point in time, I got so confused. I had so many interests, what I want to do.
What you want to, but you could not narrow it down.
Yes, I could not narrow it down or align my skills and talent together. But in the course of this program, I've been able to fix it, and I'm still fixing it. I'm still in the line because I'm still taking my courses, and I believe that before I finish my courses, I will come out a better person, a better leader. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's actually very nice. We're sure that the YLP is going to help you achieve all these and more. But apart from it being an eye opener, right? So in what way has the YLP inspired you to probably maybe act differently, as regards development in the civic space?
Okay, the exact course I'm actually taking now, which is the Civic Education 101. Honestly, there are some things I do overlook, maybe because of the way our system is, how bad it has gotten to. But taking this course explained better to me. It's made me understand that no matter how bad the situation is, that we can actually contribute in a very positive way. Definitely. By doing our duties, taking actions, be responsible, paying our taxes despite the fact that the system is bad. Because you being able to pay your tax gives you the opportunity to speak to the leaders no matter what the challenge is, and also contribute positively on how our country should move better. I think this is the most interesting part. I used to overlook it, honestly, but I think I understand better now.
All right, thank you so much. Precious, would you say the YLP has helped align your goals and visions?
Yes. YLP has actually helped align my goals and visions in so many ways. Just like the other lady mentioned, from becoming on the civic space, while taking the civic education course, because I was not the kind of person that was interested in anything Nigerian before, of course, because I used to be in Nigeria. So even achieving my aims, my goals, I didn't have any focus on Nigeria. But then, like when I took the civic education course, so it actually gave me the active citizenship scope. Okay. Fine. Now, my major goal when I wanted to join this team is to become a leader. Now, a good sample is the session when we talked about the Twitter ban and the ASU strike. So despite the fact I was affected about it, but I still figure out that, okay, as a leader, no, I don't need to just start waging war. No. So one of the goals that I've been able to get there is becoming that active citizenship. Now, I also made sure to implement them in all my activities. Yes, all activities I'm doing. Now, there was this one of my latest posts. After going through, I'm done with all the courses, all the modules. So after going through everything, I had that inspection that, okay, fine. Everything is not just, especially doing Nigeria right now, not just education alone. Why not take courses that's going to reshape you, courses that will make you have an impact to your society. There's this particular goal I've always wanted to pursue, having impact on females around me. So throughout my courses, I was just having the more scope to just have that particular, to achieve particular goal. If you would ask me right now, what do I want to do? That is just my goal. And I already get more scope on, okay, fine, let us just do this. So let me say, yes, 100%, it has actually inspired me more.
So if you now talk about ways at which it can make you act differently, or it has inspired you to act differently.
Okay, the first way is before I don't have the intention of getting my PVC. I didn't have the intention of getting it.
Let's also not kill you.
So when I did the course of getting the PVC and during the Telegram channel, I was like, Dad, please, where's the nearest PVC center? I must get my PVC. First thing. That was my first thing. Secondly, I actually used to write 10 things on my social media handle. So I had to just tell people, fine, guys, you have to do things that would help impact your nation. Nigerians need leaders. They need people that would impact. If I impact on someone's life, you would be inspired to impact another person. And if it keeps going, it is going to escalate, and that is what we're talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much. I mean, your own case here, I don't just understand you. From wanting to jackpot to God changing your mind, to God using civic education course to change your mind. Still on top, you do not have PVC. Hey.
So no. So I'm going for my PVC immediately.
I'm actually glad. Thank you for that. Please just take us through what YLP means to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me say the training has really helped me a lot. Like, I was actually having a project in mind, but I was scared. But throughout the program, starting from the first module and all that down to the last, it has really helped me a lot in building my confidence that I can say, yes, this is it. I can boldly say, I want to actually launch a project, and I can actually lead the project in my community.
So what about it making you act differently? How has the YLP inspired you to act differently regarding development now in your community? Now let's look at that.
We actually conducted a sanitation last week in my community, and I can say, yes, I didn't know, but I was like, everybody was like, where are you going to this afternoon? When I said I want to go and sweep, they were like, wow, when did this work start? I was like, they will not understand. So I'm like, yes, that really helped me.
So now I understand that all participants here of the YLP, we all have change projects at one point or the other that we want to do. So Chinenye, if given the opportunity, what change projects would you engage in?
Okay, so I'm actually passionate about advocating against gender-based violence.
Okay.
Against women and girls. So I would seize this opportunity to also work in line with that, using technology to solve the issues of the low reportage we get on the number of people who are being molested daily, being assaulted, harassed, both in the workplace, even in the school environment. Because initially I actually started the project along the way, I was crafting out the ideas that could make this project successful. But along the line, I paused because I did not have, I believed I didn't have the resources to fully go into the project or implement it. So I think this is an opportunity for me to visit this project. So the idea is to create a tech-enabled maybe website or an app where people can actually report issues of violence around them, like a way that it's going to be anonymous. Because when we talk about issues relating to sexual abuse, harassment, people don't tend not to associate themselves with it because of the trauma, the stigma,
the
and
discrimination.
Yes. So this is what I want to do differently in Nigeria.
Imagine what it would be if somebody assaults someone, because we get that every time, especially up north. The numbers are actually not really nice. But then people are scared, what society would say. For instance, now a lady up north, for instance, gets assaulted, there will be stigma against her. They'll say she would not see husband to marry. Just so many things. And with that, the families will even help the lady to keep the news a secret. The family will be like, please, do you know what the neighbors will say? How will people look at me? Please keep quiet. And you see the perpetrators go scot-free.
Court cases where we are withdrawn because they don't want the family name to be attached, to be
exposed,
abuse, violence, and all of that. They have to withdraw those cases. which is not helping this issue at all.
I mean, the North is swimming with cases like that. Apart from other cases, I mean, there's a thing with family name being exposed. There's a thing with, I beg, I don't want wahala. I don't want this.
Yeah.
I will not go to court. Just here and there. It's actually a very nice initiative, I must say. And having technology by its side, anywhere you are, you can report these issues. Thank you so much, Chineye. So let's speak with Precious. Precious, do you mind sharing your change project or initiative?
Like I mentioned earlier, I said even before joining the cohort, I've always wanted to make things creatively among females. Now, my initiative, my team is raising digital Amazons among female grassroots in rural areas. Now, the aspect of raising the digital Amazons, that is, those that are actually having that full intellect in the digital world today, I discovered that the global world actually needs more innovative ideas. And now we don't need to just focus everything on the males. Okay, let me bring it to the aspect of the SDG first. It's about the gender equality. I noticed that there's this belief that anything related to the digital, probably multimedia, how do I put it? I'm trying to think of more things. Coding is for the males, whereas no, let a female, it needs to be balanced. Let's balance it together. Exactly, because even when I wanted to learn editing skills back then at my work, they were like, you cannot do it. So that thing just touched me. Yes, he said, I can't do it. I was like, okay, fine. What does it entail? Is it the time? Is it the thinking? So when they first of all told, when I was first told, I was like, I cannot do it. So I now saw it. I saw the way it is. It just looks like jargon. The next thing I did was I just said I cannot do it. So after another year, I was like, why do I say I can't do it? Because I remember spending so much money on something I ought to have learned. So the next time I went there, I started to learn it. So after that, I now made up my mind that, okay, let me actually find a way to raise digital Amazons. Let us raise strong women, strong female. So the initiative now is, like I mentioned, I said raising digital Amazons among female grassroots in rural areas. So it's actually, when I say rural areas, I don't want it to be all just general, because it is easy for those in the urban areas to find. When they get the information, the next thing they'll do, they can get people around to give them the equipment. But now, what about those that don't even have access to the equipment, but they want to do it, they are interested? So that is where we are coming in. Let us just go to the rural areas. Some people, again, some of those ladies, they are interested in doing it. Like, I noticed some public school. There's even this public school. There's this public school that at the end of their education, like their secondary-based education, some even primary-based education, just because they don't have the full money to sponsor themselves, so they just started to learn the normal basic entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is good, but why not take it digital? So now our scope is to go to choose to pick our from the end from this normal basic entrepreneurship realm. Just point out ladies in rural areas there, and also some females in public school. Just pick it randomly and then train them with digital skills and get at least just the few equipments that can still keep them going. The moment they know how to do it and are given access to make a product, to be productive, it's just like setting up a boot camp. Okay, fine, you guys should do this first. Now, I know you're still thinking, how can it be sustainable? I'll go back to that now. So after getting them in the boot camp, we can group them. The idea is to group them differently. So the results they're able to get, fine, after getting people to tutor them. So the result of their projects, not individual projects, group projects, determines how far they've gone in the digital world.
Okay, so you're trying to say like entrepreneurship skill in a digital space.
Not only entrepreneurship skill, the coding skills, the tech skills, editing skills, just making them Amazons in the digital world.
Okay, that's
Yes,
okay. Is
then
it strictly for females now? You know, when you say Amazons.
yes,
Okay.
we pay for females.
Okay. That's nice.
So the result of their work, like the way how productive they are by grouping them, determines our own success. So, but that is not enough. Then we'll monitor them. Okay, are you guys, is this capable of sustaining you? Imagine me learning a particular work and I don't have the access to, okay, this is a platform for me to exercise it. I don't know how I will go. Probably after a year, the skills, the idea, the trainings will go. So
Yes.
we'll actually get how we can give them, provide the equipment. Okay, we can't provide all, but when they have one, they will want to get the others.
Definitely.
Exactly.
At least give them
And
something
also,
to start with first, and then
exactly, yes. After training, then give them what to start with. So their productivity is our aim. How can it be sustainable? And we're going to give them the training that after you have the full training, also learn to train other families around you. Raise more digital Amazons. That's what we want. Let the female go digital rather. Male can do it. Let the females also do it. We don't need to keep females. Okay, tech is not for you. No, this coding is not for you. No, everything is not for you. It is hard though. It is hard. Yes, it is technical, but we can do it.
We can do it actually. Imagine empowering women, females, and turning them to tech giants.
That's what we want.
That's really lovely. With this, you have the female joining the tech space because we have less females in that space actually. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
Yes.
They believe that women, small job, maybe they're not stressed themselves, just give them soft thing, nothing to crack their brain. That's actually nice. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you. That's very wonderful. Musa, now let's say so far you've joined the program. Yes, it's incredible. It's very lovely. Would you now say that YLP has helped Musa align and his vision?
Yes, it has helped me. Yes. Okay. And in what ways?
In what ways? Yes. In what way?
First and foremost, you see, I'm this kind of person that I just want to do something, but then I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know how to do it. Like I knew what to do, but how do I do it? I think now I have answers to those things. Like I'm this kind of person that I like to see people grow. You understand? Like I like to see people grow, and when I'm seeing it, it makes me happy. But how do I do this? I didn't really know back then until this. One of the things the speaker said, I think civic education 101.
101, yes.
Yes, as Nigerians, we can't allow the what are they called, the politicians to keep running the country, and we are expecting our country to be good. So we have to volunteer and do a lot of things. You understand? All these things are not coming out. So I was very. It was inside me before. I wonder why they are not coming out.
No, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's coming out as perfect as it could come out. So now let's talk about your change project. Should the opportunity strike now, what would you engage in?
Okay, my change project. What I was my team members were actually discussing what do we actually do, and we're thinking, do I do cleanup, community cleanup? Okay, I was also thinking, what will I do? Should I engage in programs that can help people to grow, like training programs, organize self-development programs for them? How can you come out of your how you can come out of the cocoon, and because shyness has not helped anybody. I was this kind of shy person. No. Shyness is actually something that is trying to keep you in one place so that you not leave that place. And I think there was something that made me understand this shyness. I think back then in secondary school, they taught us something we call cocoon.
Okay.
In earthworm, they say cocoon is something that stores the earthworm. You understand? So it means that if the egg has to leave the cocoon, the egg has to break out of the cocoon. You understand? So if we have to make things happen in Nigeria, we have to leave this shy place. We shouldn't be shy. Our comfort zone. Comfort zone. We have to leave this our comfort zone. And this is this shy nation. I don't want to do that. I don't want them to laugh at me. Let them laugh at me. If I make mistake and so what? Yes, I'm human. So I should make mistakes. That shows that I'm trying. I'm doing something.
You're doing something. Yes. And one thing about making mistakes, I was just telling someone recently that one thing I understand is you keep trying. It's okay when you fall. It's okay when you flop. What is not okay is when you flop and stay flopped.
Exactly.
If you fall, stand up and go again.
Yes. I had an experience last week, Friday and Saturday. I volunteered to actually, because this Leap Africa has helped me a lot. Like, I have to leave, you have to come out of this shy place and just do something. So I volunteered to. Yes. I volunteered to be a protocol for an event, and I had issues with my phone, so I was not able to get proper orientation, but I just wanted to volunteer. So I made them that I was like, I want to volunteer to serve as a protocol. And they attached me to one of the speakers for the event that I should be a PA. Can you attach me to? And they've already done. Me when I get orientation, I can't attach me to.
Want to volunteer? If they attach you, nobody.
I can't. Like, I was actually like, okay, what do I do? I was thinking, how do I do this? So they did it. So that it was a blunder for me. Like, just a blunder that day. But on Saturday was the second day, and I was like, I beg, I know you don't want to do it again. But another part of me said, okay, you failed that day. You can also learn. You made some mistakes, so you've learned now. So you can try not to make those mistakes again.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I fail today and you try again tomorrow? You get? So I think that's that vibe, that spirit of let's do it again, even if we fail. Now I have a lot of things in my mind I have to carry out. The fear of that. What if? I don't think it's there. What if I fail? What if I now win? It's possible now. So I think it was Shinering that was talking about voters card stuff that she has done now.
I think precious.
Okay, precious. Okay. Sorry about that.
And precious one jackpot, and she knows to do BBC. Now
she know how to be. We die here in this country. All right. I've actually done my online registration. I will be going for the biometrics tomorrow for the voters card. And funnily enough, I've convinced my friends to come and do voters card stuff. And my plan is this: tomorrow I'm going to ask them, how do I volunteer to reach out, because I want to volunteer to reach out to. It's just like an advocacy for voters card registration, and it's really to
actually register.
Exactly.
Not just register or vote on the election day.
Exactly. And youth now women.
Now we plenty pass. Yeah. Now we plenty pass. So no, sir. If I want to ask you just to one now, the ideas are really there. They are flooding. But we need to pick one. Because like this now, inside the YLP, now one you guys do one change. So if you like, say you want clean Nigeria, you want clean the world, you want empower citizens. Now still one you go do. So choose that one for me.
Okay. If I were to choose, if you're gonna put me for tax corner, all right. Voila, we move. If
you were to choose.
Okay, if I had to choose, I think I will go for. My heart is really in this advocacy for voters card. I will just go in for it. My heart is in it.
How would you achieve that now?
Okay, how
because you're one man. Yes.
Yes, I'm one man. Yes. Thank God for social media, and thank God for our legs too. So, volunteering to do that. I don't know if the word should be volunteerism now, but I think we have events in school that they organize in school. I'm a university student. We have events they organize in school. So I can tell them that, okay, since this event, students are going to be in this event, how many of them have voters card? So let me go and talk to them on the need to have voters card. Do you understand?
Yes.
On the need to vote, on the need to not allow these ugly ones come again. We can't continue like this. So I don't really know, but that's just what is on my mind. But
It's actually great.
I can't work alone. It's my teammates, so they have to agree if this is really what.
You have to sell the idea and sell it perfectly. It's actually a lovely idea. It's actually a lovely idea because the change we're talking about, if we want the Agbada politicians, the big tummy politicians, power hungry, money swallowing politicians to leave that share, we got to register for the PVC and we have to vote.
I must vote.
You're even the one championing it from the very beginning.
Yes,
that's actually nice. It's actually nice. Thank you so much, Nosa. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's hear from Peace. Nosa is interested in doing PVC advocacy. Precious is going to move Amazon into the digital space. Then Chineye is actually doing another incredible stuff of making gender-based violence reporting very easy across all board through the use of technology. What would you say Peace has cooking?
Actually, I have a project in mind, but then I was scared of actually bringing it out. But in the course of the training, I got to discover that yes, if I don't do this, a lot of things will not be corrected. So I have an initiative tagged I Speak. It's centered on looking out for rural communities, like on water sanitation and open defecation.
Ooh, nice. So how do you want to achieve this now?
Okay, in the course of the training, we're meant to understand that if you really want to get a successful project or you really want to carry out a successful project, you first of all understand the situation of that particular community, first of all, their problem, before tackling, and also hear their mind, get to study the environment to know what you're actually going for. So I think organizing a program on awareness about the water sanitation and also the open defecation can help.
Yes. All right. Yes. Thank you. So you're going to sensitize the community. You're going to speak to people, citizens, and get them to understand that actually polluting the water is not nice, because water sanitation and open defecation kind of move side by side. For instance, a state like Kano now, the open defecation is massive. The data is high. I actually agree with you. Water sanitation, water hygiene, the open defecation, curbing it has been a menace in the north for years and years and years. And I believe that with your initiative, at least we finally get to put a stop to it. Thank you. It was nice hearing from you. Let's just feel our pulse one more time on your ideal Nigeria. What's your vision for that Nigeria that you want?
My vision for an ideal Nigeria is to help Nigeria to make an impact in Nigeria, to be able to make Nigeria be part of the countries that will achieve at least 70% of the SDGs in 2030. Yes. Now, if Nigeria is able to implement at least 70% of the SDGs, then the country will experience a huge transformation of development. So the goal is Operation Implement the SDGs to make a better Nigeria.
All right, thank you. Operation Implement the SDGs. No, sir?
Okay, the Nigeria of my dream is to see leaders well developed. So if we have youths getting well developed, then youth are the leaders of tomorrow. So when tomorrow comes, we will all be well developed. I think that's Nigeria of my dream, because I want to be well developed. So.
Peace, how about you?
Okay. The Nigerian of my dream. Actually, I want this country in the next, let's say, 2024. Yes, let's say after the election, to be a country, particularly the rural development, for them to be, let's weigh it with the urban communities to be at least
they should be on the same level with urban community.
Everybody should be treated equally. Not that if they are making votes, that they are clearing votes for this one, the urban states, they are leaving the rural communities behind.
Yes. Okay, so you want them to measure up, at least in terms of development, you should measure up with the urban society.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Douglas, the Nigeria of your dream.
I want a Nigeria whereby tomorrow we'll have a youth president. Youth will be given the opportunity to lead this country. I say so because I have discovered that even in terms of offering assistance. Youth offer more assistance to themselves more than this adult politician. Like when I was doing a sprint of philanthropy in Nigeria, I discovered that 90% of the funds I was able to raise for this project was from the youth. The only politician that gave me money was the House of Assembly from my constituency, and that was 50,000 naira. That was the highest money I got, and it was 50,000 for him. Then I got youth giving 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira. Meanwhile, I submitted proposals to a lot of politicians, and when you want to see them, every time you want to see them, they'll think you want to beg them for money and all of those things. So they don't have that common interest. They don't have that interest of you. They don't see what we see.
They don't
as
believe.
youth because,
Yes.
Yeah, they don't believe in us. Yeah, that's the summary. So I want a Nigeria whereby you can have a youth president, maybe a youth senate president, a youth president like Gabriel Boric of Chile, age 35, something like that. Emmanuel Macron of France, 39. These are more advanced countries, but they believe in youth. So it then means youth have more to offer to a nation than the adults. That's my dream.
Thank you so much. All right. This is where we draw the curtain on this particular conversation. Thank you so much, Douglas. Thank you, Fatima. Solomon, it was nice hearing from you. Thank you, Precious. Nusa, thank you. Very interesting conversation. Chinaye, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Peace. I wish you guys all the best. The YLP continues. Let's give it our best shot, our greatest strength, and let's come out on top. It was so nice to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. The conversation continues with the hashtag the Nigeria we want, hashtag YLP 2022, hashtag Nigerian undergraduate, hashtag the youth leadership programs. With all of these hashtags, you can get involved in this conversation, get to know more about these change projects and how we can make the nation, our very own Nigeria, a better place. Thank you for joining the conversation. You can also follow us at Leap Africa and at Budget NG on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. My name is Nancy Odimego. Until next time, be safe.